AITA for running away when he grabbed the umbrella? I, 37F, went on a trip to a foreign country with my husband Joe, 33M. This happened in December. We had been married about a year at that point. The trip was during the rainy season. I absolutely hate when it rains on me, the way most people hate nails on a chalkboard. I normally quietly put up with it. But spending a week outside in a rainy season, it required a little more planning. But the solution seemed simple: umbrella. But I knew from experience that if Joe didn't have his own, he would grab it, hold it over his head, leaving me almost no protection. So, I said, emphatically, I'll bring an umbrella, but you must have your own. I don't want to share because it doesn't work. He didn't bring his own, and didn't want to buy one when we saw one at a market. Near the end of the vacation, we were outside and it started to rain suddenly. I whipped out my umbrella. Joe immediately grabbed it, lifted it high, so it wasn't doing anything for me. Without thinking, I ran over to an open-air restaurant 30 feet away to get out of the rain. Joe started yelling at me across the distance saying I always do this. He doesn't like explaining himself, so I'm not sure what always do this means. We rarely go anywhere, so it's not like I have a habit of running off, nowhere to run to. I was not upset with him in that moment. I understood he grabbed it without thinking. My only thought was to get out of the rain. Everyone in the restaurant stopped talking and looked at us. It was embarrassing, and rude, I thought. Edit, I meant he was rude for disturbing them, not that they were rude. Later that night in the hotel we got into a big argument. I said I didn't like him yelling at me in front of everyone. These talks are never constructive. He kept insisting that I was mad at him about the umbrella. I was slightly annoyed after the fact is all, but he didn't believe me. If he hadn't yelled at me, everything should have been fine. The rain died down and we could have resumed our walk no problem. But he kept pressing me and I finally asked why didn't he get his own umbrella if he was going to be upset when I took cover after he basically took mine? He said, and I quote, "This is why all my friends think I'm pussy-whipped," which cut me to the core and I'm second-guessing everything now. Am I the asshole for how I acted when he grabbed the umbrella? Maybe I shouldn't have gone to cover without saying something first, or maybe I should have asked him to try to adjust the umbrella. He doesn't make a habit of yelling at me and doesn't often mad at me, but does get mad when I'm upset with him. For my part, he does have a habit of telling me what I'm upset about, when it isn't true, and then being mad at me for what he says I'm upset about. It's like he wants me to be mad at him for something unreasonable. But for his part, I know I can be too sensitive.